Some ride. I gotta tell you, I think you might have to upgrade your infrastructure though there. Looks like you're riding a classic, but I think you might have to modernize your infrastructure. So why don't we come over here to the workshop whiteboard here. And we talked about some challenges that are going on over at Aramark Uniform Services. The fact that you guys are consolidating Aramark corporate and uniform. And in doing that, you got a few different challenges that you have ahead of you. Things like, being asked to deliver more to the business, be more agile, provide more agility to them, at the same time improving service levels, and then also trying to drive down your IT costs. So what we planned to talk today about was looking at Oracle's platform as a service and what that means, and also see if we can have an alignment of our strategy to your strategy to see if we can help with what some of your challenges are. So first thing I'd like to do is talk about what makes up our platform as a service. So when we look at that, we're looking at our infrastructure as a service, which basically is pooling together all your compute resources, your memory, your storage, into a pooled environment. And then on top of that, we have our middleware services, and then you have database services. And the combination of running these on this combined platform allows you to plug in and leverage those across your different applications. And when you look at the whole environment together, this is where you have your platform as a service. And this is where Oracle's been going in a whole combined strategy. And what this does is provide some key capabilities where you're using a standardized shared platform. And what this does is allows you to develop application templates that have pre-configured, predefined middleware services, database services, and infrastructure so that you can do self-service provisioning. You can have a readily deployed application container for small, medium, large applications, or bronze, silver, platinum, however you define that. And what that does, it will give you the agility that the business is asking for by having that pre-provisioned environment, so you can spin up new applications in a matter of minutes versus days, weeks, or months. And then all the services that you're building out with middleware and database is part of your service catalog as part of the platform. Now, let's talk about where you are today. And because of all the, I call it project-related work that you've done, you have a lot of siloed systems. You have your EBS platform for uniform, you have an EBS platform for corporate, then you did an HCM project, and then you did some middleware projects for portal, content, imaging, and all those systems have all those different infrastructure and different systems that you put in place that were project-based. And right now, you're not really getting all your utilization out of that, so you're really siloed. And what that does is really have an impact on your cost because you're not efficient. You're not utilizing your environment as well as you can be. So ideally, what we want to be able to do is have you move more from a siloed to a standardized platform, and then ultimately move you up to an optimized platform. So some of the capabilities of our platform as a service allow you to consolidate your sprawl onto a standardized environment that will overall and ultimately reduce your costs. At the same time, one of the other challenges you mentioned is that you've been asked to reduce a lot of your risk. Now, with all these different systems and different applications, you want to try to manage as best you can how you support those systems, and how you have your governance and risk being managed. So by doing this on a platform as a service, you're able to leverage centralized management of all those systems, our security stack that is already integrated as part of the middleware services and database services. So by tying this together, you have a very optimized, minimizing risk, lowering cost, and providing that agility to the business. And we've done this. This is not new. We have some proof points here. General Electric, believe it or not, 1,000 times the deployment numbers for what they were doing before. U.S. Customs has reduced their cost by 75%, and Alpha Resources has improved their availability to 99.95%. And these are folks we can arrange for conversations to do that. So one of the things we like to talk next about is some next steps that we can do to prove this out. Part of that is we have a cloud visioning program. And what that allows us to do is come in and start looking at ways that we can leverage this platform for new development and a migration strategy for your existing environments as you refresh those, look for a plan to then roll them into a platform as a service. And by doing all these things, what we're really talking about is really trying to do one thing here. Simplify IT, and then have a standardized, centralized, and easy to manage environment. So what I suggest, Mike, is that we look to upgrade you from your classic infrastructure that you have today and get you onto the red machine and the red stack.